We start out tonight with a bit of a history lesson. Ruth Ezell joined a group of Catholic high school students as they visited the Holocaust Museum and found that there is wisdom to be gained from the tragedies of history.
Some of the most important lessons students are taught happen outside the classroom. Take this 9th grade history class from Villa Duchesne, Oak Hill School in Frontenac. Their studies surrounding World War II are about to take on another dimension with a visit to the Holocaust Museum.
The vast majority of Jews in Poland did not survive the Holocaust.
Some 6 million European Jews were murdered during the war years in a state-sponsored genocide by Nazi Germany. These students from a Catholic school are getting a glimpse into another religion, another period from the previous century, and what happens when cultural intolerance is taken to the extreme. For Villa Duchesne history teacher Anthony Loveday, the museum visit is a way to bring classroom materials to life.
But this is a topic that they are very, very interested to find out more and more about. I think they just have a fascination with trying to wrap their minds around how on earth something like this could possibly ever have happened.
This is a picture of myself and my mother taken in the city of Sopot near Gdansk in the north of Poland.
Felicia Graber is among the youngest Holocaust survivors. Graber was born Felicia Lederberger-Bielecki in Poland in March of 1940, 6 months after that country was invaded by the German army. The keys to her family's survival included forged documents, this birth certificate for baby Felicia, and this ID with a photograph of her mother. The papers identify them not as Jewish but Catholic, and that allowed them to flee the ghetto where they lived.
She found a place in Warsaw and trained me thoroughly with that I was Catholic, taught me the Lord's Prayer, took me to Mass, and I sort of over time, over the next year, forgot my Jewish background. I was 3 years old at the time.
Graber was very fortunate in that she was never separated from her mother. Her father, however, was a different, even more complicated story. For a time, he lived in hiding, separated from his wife and daughter. Felicia's mother told her that her father was a Polish soldier missing in action. He eventually fled the ghetto, posing as a railroad worker, and he was helped by, of all people, a German officer. But even after the family was reunited, little Felicia was told this man staying with them was a friend of her father, and that no one must know this man was staying there.
My mother used to tell me that she would wake me up in the middle of the night to say, "Who do you live with?" And then I would have to answer, only if I gave the correct answer, "I only live here with you and I, nobody else." Would I be allowed to go back to sleep? In other words, I was thoroughly brainwashed and trained because it was a matter of life and death. And she did a wonderful job because I never said a word to anyone. If I had said a word to someone, chances are I wouldn't be here today.
Graber shared the tragedies and triumphs of those times with the Villa Duchesne students, as she has with many other visitors to the museum.
The majority of the children who did survive, especially the very young ones, survived in hiding. Many Jewish parents gave their babies to friends, to Christian friends, to convents, to monasteries. Many of those children were never found or reunited with any member of their family after the war because there was nobody left.
Most of Graber's extended family did not survive the Holocaust. Her father's sister and her paternal grandparents were among those never seen again. But Graber, her mother and father all lived through that infamous period. By the time Poland was liberated by Allied forces, Felicia and her parents were hiding out in the Polish countryside. A farmer and his wife had taken them in. As she grew up, Felicia dreamed of going to the United States and attending college. You might say divine intervention helped her get there. Felicia was living in Germany when she met and fell in love with Rabbi Howard Graber, a Jewish chaplain serving American Jewish troops in Frankfurt. They married in 1959, had 2 children, and moved to the U.S. in 1963. In 1996, Felicia Graber retired as a foreign language teacher from the Parkway School District. Now a proud grandmother, she founded an organization of child Holocaust survivors. Her story is not lost on Villa Duchesne students Haley Thomas and Kimmy Throw.
And listening to Felicia talk, it's like that person was there, and it makes a lot more of an impact on you even than just like reading about it or seeing photos, like seeing an actual person living, breathing, talking about it. It's a whole different experience.
I also went to the museum last year with my old school, and coming here back today, I caught a lot of more details that I didn't catch earlier.
Being one of the youngest survivors, I feel that it's important to tell them, and my main message to them is that individual can make a difference.